Hey there, Scorpio. It's Jen here. I'm doing a mid-month reading for you guys. I hope you're doing well. I was, oh, my thing fell over. I was just getting prepared and shuffling, which I just do subconsciously at this point. I start shuffling. Sometimes I sit here during meetings when I'm working from home, and I find myself having grabbed some cards and I'm shuffling, and I'm like, oh my God, I hope no one heard me. They're probably like, what the hell is happening over there? Um, anyway, so these cards had already come out, and I wanted to honor that and keep them out. So that's why I haven't looked at them yet. But here is the bottom of the deck, and I don't have a theme. Like, honestly, I couldn't think of a good theme, so I'm just going to see what's coming out. And what I will say, and it looks like it's happening here as well, is that a lot of major arcanas have been coming out. So we start off with the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man, the Hanged Man has some choices. Like, we have a choice in every single tarot card about uh, how we are going to handle it, right? And some things were more we have more natural skill or practice or training to handle, and some we have absolutely none. And some we have very little awareness of what's going on. And that's the journey through the major arcana, is to try to experience and understand and gain some wisdom and some perspective. And perspective is really, sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable here. Perspective is really what the Hanged Man is all about. I mean, quite literally, if you hang upside down, everything looks different. Even if you could hang upside down in your own house, it's a little disorienting, but it's also cool and interesting because you're seeing something um, you've seen already in a different way. Okay, just got the tingles. So you could be, so romantically, this could be, for example, a friend that all of a sudden you see in a romantic way. I guess it could be vice versa. Um, it's just something is, just look at something from a different way and see something very different. And either you gain wisdom or whatever you do with this new perspective, whatever it then is the catalyst for. Maybe hopefully we'll see in these other cards. But this is pretty powerful. This is kind of my pandemic card because it describes a situation of pause where you don't have control over it, where you feel stuck. And for a fixed sign to feel stuck, that's highlighted, right? So let's keep reading and see what else comes out. Yeah, definitely feel stuck. Who was it? Taurus maybe got this card. So this is fire energy. This is, I have all this energy. It could be, let's see. It's pent up energy. It's being a little antsy, being cooped up, cabin fever. You can see this person's looking longingly out the window, but she's still behind the window. She's still stuck inside. And there's a map there and a VW bus and a surfboard and whatever. And it's like this yearning to be somewhere else, to be free, to... I almost in some way, though, see that it's somewhat hard to define for you. And you have this like divine discontent or restlessness. That's coming up strongly, restlessness. But for some reason, I feel like you can't quite put your finger on it. It's almost like she isn't quite reaching if that's water down there. It's just out of her grasp. Like she just can't quite put her finger on it. So she's stuck. Don't get hung up on gender. who else had this card? I want to say Taurus, but I can't remember. I love this card because it's just those situations or people or whatever that cause you to just go, oh, and like rub your head because you're just like, oh my God, I'm so sick of dealing with this drama or this whatever. Someone or something is just bugging you or driving you crazy. Um, let's keep reading. The Fool wants freedom, wants to take a leap of faith, wants to take a chance. I'm almost getting like this is not for real, but it's almost like this person jumps and somehow, because there's kind of a watery surface here, like in this card, and gets hung up on the way down. And it's like, took a leap of, and it kind of took a leap of faith, but kind of got hung up and now wants to move forward. I mean, it could be something like marriage, a new job. It could be something where you kind of you're like, well, I'm not you sometimes you just can't know how things are going to end up or be or whatever without taking this leap of faith and following it. That's otherwise you wouldn't be living at all. And this something just got hung up it's like it never was satisfying. You never reached the water. You never really took the plunge. Hmm. But either you're sick of stressing over it or someone's stressing um, or up in their head, or this is like a line in the sand type situation, an ultimatum. Page of Wands. I'm kind of getting like if you need to make an ultimatum, do you want to be that just brings up a whole bunch of things. I mean, I'm thinking specifically for personal relationships. Um, if you're like, so, for example, like we need to get married or this is over. Like it's been too long or something. Um, I guess reflecting on that, she's reflecting over here. Maybe there's a break while people think about this decision because the Two of Wands is a decision. Where are you going to put your energy? Is it worth putting your energy into this? I mean, the Page of Wands looks like this person is finally outside and free. So definitely feeling restricted in some area. And she's like, oh, I have all this energy now that I'm free. She is creative. She has a creative download. She's um, inspired. She's motivated, enthusiastic, which is not the vibe you get from here for a fire sign. We're going to pull a few more cards. Yeah, so something coming to a head. I mean, he's even holding his head. I mean, it looks like maybe someone hit him in the head, but clearly I don't know what that's all about. I don't know what's happening in the background there, but this is mental. This is thoughts. This is swords. Your cards again just fell right out. Okay, full moon. So another major. We have the full moon on the 20th in Aries. So that's very much a let's move forward type thing, a new experience, or let's move forward, pushing things through. like no more waiting around, no more trying to figure things out. Like it's let's make this move. Let's move forward. Four of Wands, that could be a celebration. A celebration, a milestone. Um, yeah, some sort of. I mean, it could be a wedding, a party, a anniversary, or any sort of baby shower, anything like that could be. Um, but it marks something that you would have a party for. You know what I mean? So some milestone that would be at a minimum you might go out for dinner, or something will people will congratulate you, or communicate with you about it. But it does often represent a wedding or marriage. Two of Pentacles. So another card of choice. This is more practical things. So where you live, how you make your money, how you manage your money, assets, things like that. Kind of the practical day-to-day stuff. And this card is interesting. They have them pretty balanced right now. But it is precarious because staying balanced isn't something that just, oh, I balanced the scales, now they'll never be unbalanced. It just doesn't work that way. It's a constant juggling back and forth. So I don't know, I kind of feel like right now it's juggled, but I don't know. It's a little precarious, I guess. Something's precarious. Then we have the Three of Swords. Fuck. So the Three of Swords is truth coming out. Someone else had this. I can't remember who it was. Had it Three of Swords come up twice, I think. I think it was Libra. I don't remember. Three of Swords is something about, so the number three. It's weird with threes. Threes always seem to get mentioned. Twos do, and other ones, but I feel like for some reason there's something about three. So a group, something happening three times. But this is in some ways, I feel like this card, it's the truth coming out. It can be honest truth that's hurtful, or just kind of stings, or it's like, whoa, this is an eye opener. This is, I didn't know that this was how this person felt. Sometimes we're so focused on how we feel that we really don't understand and assume everyone else has the same thought process and the same feelings as we do about things, and sees things, right, with this hangman, the way we do. This witch has a nice higher perspective over here in the moon card. But still, look at the distortion. I love this. It's so cute. The cat looks like a big panther. But it's distorted. So I feel like there's differing perspectives, and it's like precariously balanced, the differences. But when it's like when you have a conversation, really, what is that? Stephen Covey, listen. I can't remember whatever, but basically, listen to understand, not listen to be formulating what you want to say in response. Which I always do. I hate that about myself. But really listening to what their people are telling you and believing what they say, and not sort of dismissing it because you can't really compute how different it is. So you might be hearing something for the first time, really. But there's something free. I mean, we have the Fool, we have this Page of Wands. There's something, we go from being stuck over here, and it's kind of coming to a head with the Five of Swords and the Three of Swords. And then this Fool card and this Page of Wands that is just free to move forward. Like some block is removed that's been holding you back. Okay. Thank you, Scorpio. I hope you have a wonderful month. Take care.